and welcome to TV1 News. I'm Carol Kiru Jr. In this edition, culture connects across oceans, SME mothers build legacy, and Auckland retains title. Port Moresby came alive over the weekend as the National Capital District officially launched celebrations for PNG's 50th independence anniversary, with more weekend activities to follow starting this month of May till June. From the official launch of the amazing Port Moresby Float March on Friday to the Pacific Story on Saturday, featuring the New Zealand, Tuvalu, Kiribati, Samoa and American Samoa Day at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. On Friday, May 16th, the city was filled with vibrant sights and sounds as hundreds joined the float parade through Port Moresby, led by Governor Pos Pako. The parade featured colorful displays from provinces, schools and representatives of the Pacific, Asian and international communities, symbolizing unity and national pride. The momentum carried into Saturday, May 17th, with a powerful cultural showcase held at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium.
I think it is a wonderful way to kick off Papua New Guinea's 50th anniversary of independence. It's a big and exciting year for PNG, and so special to open it in a way that reminds everybody that Papua New Guinea is part of a great, a diverse, a wonderful Pacific family. But just once again, to say a very big thank you. I opened with the words, write it in the heavens, write it in the earth, write it in the hearts of all people. What is the greatest thing? It is love. And it's over to us to build that. And I think this is a festival of love between all of our Pacific nations and, of course, the wider Asia region. So thank you too much. Mi ama mastru long come up long pasim sampla liklik time one time yupla. Now welcome in Ngati Whakawe long Papua New Guinea. Thank you too much.
Highlighting the event was the performance by Te Kapa Haka Ngati Whakawe, the reigning champions of New Zealand's National Maori Performing Arts Festival, Te Matatini. The group captivated the crowd with traditional haka waiata and storytelling, bringing the spirit of Aotearoa to PNG. Other performances and demonstrations included Maoripoi dance, Siva dance, the haka and knife dance. A moving moment came when Prime Minister James Marape was presented with a special cultural gift from the Pacific Island community, symbolizing regional friendship and solidarity. The event was attended by Pacific diplomats, community groups, and members of the public who joined together in celebrating culture and shared identity.
It's a story that we Papua New Guineans must begin to recognize and to appreciate. If this story and this journey become a greater journey where all our people come together in unity and in respect and in harmony and in peace, what a story that will be.
The PNG at 50 events continue in the months ahead, leading up to the country's Golden Jubilee on September 16, a celebration not only of independence, but of strong regional bonds and cultural pride. A group of mothers under the SME umbrella in Simbu province has officially opened the first ever funeral home in the province. Located at Simbu, Kundiawa, this milestone is not only historic but is entirely owned and operated by Simbu women, aiming to ease financial burdens and boost the local economy. After 3 years of planning, the SME Mothers Group launched Q and Fella Limited Funeral Home, the first in the Simbu province. Positioned strategically opposite the Highlands Highway at Simbu, the initiative marks a new era for locally driven services.
program lo Simbu Mama SME Mama, I'm only starting this plus program, this company and come up. Now this business, I mean a business law one white man and business law Simbu people. And business law Simbu people, SME Mama. Now you want Mama, you start, you must Mama so and this business and law. This business all white men are working. All black skin are working.
The project is expected to significantly reduce family costs associated with transporting bodies to other provinces and will contribute to Simbu's internal revenue. For years, the province lacked a proper facility. Now that has changed.
Spending money, now that you make a establishment, and this maki most pule. The current simon and talk, and this establishment there. And the saving plan goes to government too. Costing look, feel a long time you go again. You look at this coast there, big to us. You will go again, like Gorga, you will look in. You may go carry. What if we go choose him casket, buy him lab, come back. The man you will travel and cost a bit of money. You don't know, man, I mean, to the government public servants to you. The government look at most of the cost there. People look at cost to buy something. Government look at budget to buy stuff. Car, fuel, money, casket. Look at the money.
Renowned mortuary expert Dr. Romeo Almeria, hired from the Philippines, will oversee funeral operations. He highlighted service details, including casket pricing, body treatment, and injection procedures to ensure professional standards. A bold step by local mothers has not only filled a critical service gap, but also has planted a seed of economic empowerment. Q and Fela Funeral Home stands as a symbol of resilience, innovation, and community ownership in Simbu, a truly community-led solution to a long-standing need. The Q and Fela Funeral Home will now serve as a beacon of hope and dignity in Simbu Province. Papua New Guinea's digital transformation gained momentum yesterday as ICT Minister Timothy Masew launched a modern ICT classroom and the flagship 50-450 connectivity project at Papua Junior High School in Central Province. The event highlights the government's push to improve rural access to technology and education. Held in celebration of World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, the launch drew community leaders, education officials, and students together at the Papa Village in the Hirikoeri district. The newly constructed ICT classroom features 20 computers, 2 years of high-speed broadband, and a backup power system. Funded under the Universal Access and Service ICT Projects program managed by NICTA, the facility aims to bring digital learning to rural students who previously had no access. Minister Masew praised the collaboration between the government, local leaders, and private partners like ExxonMobil, who supported the construction of the facility. He also announced the rollout of the 50-450 connectivity project, a 50 million kina national initiative to connect more than 2.5 million people across PNG before the country's 50th independence anniversary. The project will target schools, health centers, airstrips, and businesses in the remote areas, ensuring no community is left behind in the digital age. The launch marks a crucial step toward bridging the digital divide, starting with the students of Papua Junior High and reaching across the nation. The future of connectivity in Papua New Guinea is one step closer. 10 proud scholarship recipients are one step closer to reshaping Papua New Guinea's future thanks to Okteri Mining Limited. The students, supported through OTML's scholarship program, have graduated from 2 of the country's top universities and are now ready to join the workforce. The graduates, 5 each from the Papua New Guinea University of Technology and the University of Papua New Guinea, will soon begin their professional careers under OTML's Graduate Development Scheme. OTML Manager for Training and Development, Ian Strachan, stated that at OTML, people are their greatest resources and they invest heavily in education programs because they are building more than just a workforce but building PNG's future. Among them is Brian Yee, Sison Titley, UOT's top GPA graduate and OTML Award recipient, who shared how the scholarship helped this entire family. The scholarships cover tuition, book allowances, industrial training and travel assistance. OTML says this investment is part of their long-standing commitment to national development, training more than 2,000 young Papua New Guineans through various programs. You're watching TV1 News. We'll have more stories after the break.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans, expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend, PNG's own coffee.
Open Lens.
Favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook, and with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Welcome back. The Pacific region has some of the highest rates of gender-based violence in the world, with 2/3 of women victims of abuse, now survivors and advocates, are sharing their stories and using indigenous values in a push to end the violence.
Sarah left her partner in 2019. Before that, she says she endured years of brutal violence.
I got my tooth actually fall. I got bruises on my body too, my face.
She's not alone. Studies show parts of the Pacific have some of the highest rates of gender-based violence in the world. One factor is a pervasive culture of silence around abuse.
My parents always tell me, just let it go. Let God do the rest.
The head of the Fiji Women's Crisis Center says gendered power structures also play their part.
And that is
the reason why when violence against women happens, people do not treat it as a crime that it is a very serious crime.
But Pacific women are also leading the charge to change things. Research shows Indigenous values can also be leveraged.
Values around humility, reciprocity, and views about women that actually hold up and see the value of women. Responses to gender-based violence need to be attuned to the cultural setting and the cultural context.
We're headed to a rural village participating in a program doing just that. Gathering in the traditional meeting house, the Crisis Centre's counsellor uses open conversation that respects village culture and the authority of leaders. Attendees can then pass on what they learn to others.
My husband has been doing women's work at home. When we wake up, he is in the kitchen preparing breakfast.
We have seen many changes in our village. We hardly see violence against women or child abuse anymore.
They may not seem like radical changes, but these are the first steps towards shifting the dial on cultural norms that have in the past seemed unshakable.
To help the U.S. government achieve operational control of the southern border, the Coast Guard said it changed plans for one of the service's national security cutters to support operations in the Indo-Pacific in favor of border security duties. This deployment was described as temporary. The Coast Guard operates a mix of cutters in the Central and Western Pacific regions, sometimes in support of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command for Freedom of Navigation operations. It also works with island nations to help them with capacity building and maritime governance, and conducts its routine missions such as drug interdiction and fisheries patrols. Deakin University research shows surf therapy can help reduce mental illness symptoms. The study, run in conjunction with surf therapy charity Ocean Mind, involved 36 young people who had reported symptoms of anxiety, depression, or ADHD. The researchers will release the full results of their work over the coming months and hope to extend the research to other demographics.
2 years ago, teenager Montana Tagg struggled to get out of bed in the morning. Today, she and her dad are up before the sun and she's keen to take off.
In 2023, Montana fully withdrew from high school, and that's year 9. She dropped out completely. It was just didn't work for her.
The 16-year-old lives with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which causes chronic pain, hypermobility and frequent joint dislocations. Her symptoms, school bullying and some issues at her previous secondary school snowballed into mental health problems. But a new school and regular sessions with surfing charity Ocean Mind have made a world of difference. It's a 2-hour public transport journey from her home in the western suburbs to today's session in Ocean Grove, but it's worth it.
If the waves are good, if the waves are bad, I still have to surf them and just try my best and see what I can do.
And she's not the only one seeing benefits.
I feel like I can let go when I'm in the water and not think about anything.
The early research on surf therapy is promising. Deakin University ran a study with 36 young people who were seeking help for things like anxiety, depression and ADHD. And after 6 weeks, they found there was a reduction in symptoms from those conditions. Researchers put that down to learning a new skill, making friends and physical exercise, causing an increase in dopamine.
They need to be present, so there's that active mindfulness and really paying attention.
Montana's new school has included surf therapy in its curriculum, and it's pleased with the results.
Being able to share an activity and sit side by side and chat about how people are going and their well-being in between catching waves or, being in the ocean is quite different to sitting in a room.
Helping young people navigate the storms of life with a buoyant attitude.
And that ends the news segment. Sport is next after the break.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Pine PNG made.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. One Top Jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
This is Everton.
It is the final game to be played here. Nobody close to him. Dwight McNeil.
Walker Peters will spin to Agachukwu, who brings Southampton level.
Thanks for staying with us. The Auckland United FC have retained their OFC Womens Champions League title today with a hard-fought 1-0 win over Hikari Women's FC in the final at Stade Pater in Papeete, French Polynesia.
The New Zealand champions scored the only goal of the game in the 26th minute through midfielder Daniele Kanam, and withstood plenty of pressure from the Papua New Guinea side in the second half, but kept their composure in defence to secure the win. Without playmaker Ramona Padillo, Hikari was a distant second best in the opening half as Auckland United FC came out with real intent and dominated the midfield exchanges. They came close to taking the lead in the opening minutes when Daniele Kanan thundered us short against the crossbar. Hikari continued to surge forward, but the final pass often went astray and promising position ultimately led to nothing. Auckland will compete in the inaugural FIFA Women's Champions Cup next year in a playoff against the AFC champions, with the winner of that match visiting the CAF champions in round 2. The New Zealanders are also well placed to be the Oceania representative at the inaugural FIFA Club World Cup to be played in 2028. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
The National Youth Rugby League Competition Round 1 games witnessed exciting matches in Port Moresby, Goroka and Rabaul. The Gurias beat the Vipers in Rabaul 24 points to 12 yesterday, and Goroka Lahanis outmuscled Ley Tigers 22 points to 8 in Goroka. And in Port Moresby, the Hagen Eagles beat the host Central Dabaris 13 points to 12 in a thriller. The visitors led 8 points to 4 at halftime and they never looked back, registering another try and a field goal to seal the win at the Santos National Football Stadium. Both teams showcased a lot of rugby league action with some statement performances from the promising rugby league talents. Here are the match highlights.
Downtown, unfavorable bounce there, but Central now looking to first to they still have it 10 out from the line, coming back to the middle. I thought he put that ball down, but shot, no, try.
It was a try as awarded by the referee.
If they go back to back, long pass over the top, and this time, yes, it's the wingman going over to celebrate Eagles' second try of the day.
Good football. Testing the back line of the Central Labaris, and there's no answer.
The Malta Guinea Eagles are definitely dominating in that play. A couple of back-to-back strong runs up the middle.
They'd like to continue that dominance in that second half. It's a great barnstorming run. They're able to offload. And there it is, the second try, or the first try of the second half, actually. They back to the open side. This time they've got numbers. They're lining up towards the left. This time over they go, and it's Vagi Goli goes over. And finally, the Central boys have something to cheer about.
Inside and the outside, moving the ball around, getting players punching in gaps, create an overlap on the outside, and moving the ball, getting the ball on the outside.
And finally, PNG Hunters have handed North Devils their first defeat of the season with a 24-18 win in the Host Plus Cup competition at Bishop Park in Brisbane this afternoon. Hunters were impressive throughout the game and came home with a deserved win. Try scorers for the Hunters were Solowane, Alex Max, Jamie Mavoko and Sunny Wabo. Here are the highlights.
The ball, both of the markers caught out of action. Solu notices that and capitalises. Oh, James Slack, what a clever little pass. As Voro made a good break. Big opportunity out here on the right-hand side. Alex Mack gets it through. Will they score? Lewis. Oh, intercept here for the Hunters. Gets the ball back onto the inside. I think it's Alex Max who's away. Matthew Milson's chasing. I'm not sure he has the legs. Max is going. They're going to go coast to coast. The PNG Hunters in this game has turned on its head in the matter of a few. Majority of their kicks have gone to the young winger as they get up and in his face in defence. Wane and Max after combining for that try.
And now for the weather forecast. This is a heavy rain and potential flood warning issued by Papua New Guinea National Weather Service for Highlands region, including Western, Gulf, Central and NCD, New Ireland and Manus provinces, and Arab. Potential heavy rains are expected over the mentioned warning areas within the next 12 to 24 hours, which can cause flash and riverine flooding. Landslides are expected over prone areas for the next 24 hours. All the residents of the mentioned communities are advised to take necessary precautions during the warning period. And that has been another edition of TV1 News. Do take care out there during this wet season. Have a top week ahead. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by